Hi, welcome back to Minecraft. In the last video, I rebuilt a comparator from scratch, which I think is pretty cool. It has nothing to do with what we're going to do today, but let me at least tell you this. Since the last video, I went ahead and went mining a little bit. So you can see in my inventory I have a little bit of raw iron and stuff. You know, I really don't need to smelt all this cobblestone. Let's go ahead and put some of that iron there. And then some of this iron in there. What I want to do now is I want to build the vault I was talking about before. Wow, that was a fast teleporting Enderman. So I'm going to clear out some space right over here. I don't think I have any space in my inventory to pick up these logs, so we might be wasting some of these birch logs. Fun fact, I did want to post yesterday. I wanted to come back to doing daily videos, but I got a stomach flu, which was very, very unexpected and very awful for me. I woke up with the awful feeling in my stomach and felt the need to, you know, regurgitate the food I had eaten. I threw up about like 5 times yesterday. Not fun. Actually, as a matter of fact, very not fun at all. And so I couldn't really make a video because that was not very pleasant for me. And as it turned out, it was a stomach flu. It wasn't like food poisoning or anything like that. It was purely, I don't know, I was just very sick. Had a hard time sleeping because I was both sweating and feeling really cold. So I couldn't put blankets over me, but I also couldn't not put blankets over me because I was cold. It was just very unpleasant. Today I'm feeling a lot better, but not great. Yesterday I spent, well, if we include all the way up into this morning, I spent about 20 hours straight in bed, which was kind of cool until until it came to the point that I was sick of being in bed. Like I said, when you're having this problem about being like super cold and super sweaty all at the same time, it's not pleasant. You both can't get warm enough, but you can't get cold enough. I hate flus. Flus suck. They're just so aggressive. And also, throwing up is really aggressive. Not to make this too gross, but it hurts. It does. Let's see. Let me put some blocks away. I think I'm gonna go ahead and make this vault out of cobblestone. Or maybe I could do regular stone. Oh, you know what? I think I want to make it out of smooth stone, which is different from regular stone. Ooh, quartz would actually not be that bad either, and I did spend a long time mining quartz. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of being indecisive right now. I think I'm going to start with cobblestone. So. Oh. Oh, wait. I don't want to lose that. I'll be good without that one piece of dirt. And actually, I'll go around and I'll plant this sugarcane. Also, because of the stomach flu, I was not really eating. I didn't eat a single thing for like 48 hours. So it wasn't until, I don't know, 8 p.m. today. Right now I'm recording this at 11 p.m. So it wasn't until like 4 hours ago that I decided to go out and actually eat something nice. I went ahead and I got some pho, which, oh my gosh, it's been a while since I've gotten pho. And it is so, so good. I looked up what would be the best kind of food for someone to eat after a stomach flu, because I know that my stomach is probably pretty, I don't want to say damaged, but it's pretty vulnerable right now. And what I read said that pho was actually pretty good because of how I don't know if they said it was light or lean or something, but it's just a very basic, simple thing that, you know, works pretty well. I don't really know. I'm not an expert, so don't take my word for it, because I'm the farthest from qualified. So the idea for this vault, I was talking about this yesterday, or 2 days ago, is that I want to make a vault where I store some of my most valuable items. And I don't know what those items will be, but I want to store all my items behind a password protected door. And so I think 5 levers should be good enough. That gives me 32 different passwords. Oh, you know what? No, I think 5 levers should be good. So what I'm gonna do to make this password protected door a real thing is I'm gonna go ahead and grab the signal, which is there, 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 and there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start digging down, because I kind of want to have this design hidden underground a little bit. Yeah. I need a chest out here. I have so much stuff in my inventory. What do I not need? Saplings, levers, birch planks, most of the cobblestone. Honestly, I really didn't need any of this cobblestone when I was coming out here. Let me go ahead and put that back inside. It's also been a while since I've slept in this world, so I'm not sure if phantoms are going to come get me. This design, by the way, for a password protected door, I don't want to say I came up with it, but I did spend a long time brainstorming it beforehand. And I didn't look up any YouTube tutorials for it, I kind of just winged it, but I do remember watching a video on how to make a password protected door like 14 years ago, and I still kind of remember how they did it. So I'm not going to say that this design is mine, but I'm also not going to say that, you know, I didn't actually come up with it, because in reality, like, I did spend a while working on this. So right now I'm just taking the signal that we get from the levers and I'm sending it downward. And the way you do that is I need a bunch more redstone torches. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to use a redstone torch here, 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 and here. And then I can go down another floor. I'm just taking the signal and I'm pushing it down. I'm extending it down further and further into the ground. And so now what you might be able to see is if I take this lever and flip it on, that turns off, but then this one turns on, right? So that means I should probably try and bridge out to here a little bit. I'm also kind of winging this because I came up with this design like a couple weeks ago. I don't know if I said this before in any one of the previous videos, but I did spend a couple hours one night just in a creative world working on some redstone, which was really fun. Alright, so the general idea is for this, the general idea for a redstone password protected door is I'm going to put a piece of cobblestone there. No, excuse me, that's wrong actually. I'm going to put a piece of cobblestone here, a torch right here, and another piece of cobblestone right on top of it. And now, if I craft a door, which I'll make one out of birch for now, but I think I'll make it iron later. If I craft a door, it's open by default because there's a torch right there that's keeping it open, right? And so, what needs to happen is I need to find a way to guide a piece of redstone current that is on, or rather, excuse me, when this password is correct, what I need to do is I need to make sure that there is no redstone power going into this door. Like the way it is right now, I want this to be what's happening when the door is open. This torch is not getting powered off. But that I can't just have it like this because I need to have it be determined by you know, whether or not I've gotten the password correct. I'm gonna go ahead and put that there. Give myself a little bit more space out here. I'm also just using cobblestone to mark where I want this at. So I mean, on a fundamental level, if I just wire this all up like this, then you see how it turns off. It closes the door, which I think this means that the password should be all these flicked up, or down, I mean. Perfect. But what if I want the password to be something else? Like what if I want it, you have to have the middle one up, this one up, and that one up? Well, quite simply, I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to negate this, or rather I'm going to get rid of the torch there. And boom, you heard the door open. Just like that. There's my password protected door. So now, I'm going to dig this all out. I'm going to turn this floor into a nicer floor, at the very least. I am realizing that I don't need this. I also don't need that, and I don't need this. Okay, yeah. I'm honestly just trying to see how much I can hide this, because that's the cool thing about redstone is you can do a lot with it, but if you can't hide it, it's kind of ugly. I think for now that's pretty good. I'm shocked that there's no phantoms. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of thought that there would be phantoms coming after me. Also in this video, since I said how, you know, I had a stomach flu and then the first thing I ate in 2 days was a big bowl of pho, I kind of wanted to gush a little bit about pho. because it was, wow, that's a lot of about a lot of things. Um, Pho is just so good. Oh, come on. I swear that baby zombie saw me from like 3 miles away. Oh, of course there's two. Wow, I cannot hit a single X crit to save my life. Wow, those two just chopped my health in half, didn't they? Oh, I have an idea. Get in the boat, boys. Good boys. Um. Okay. Pho is so good. I gotta just be honest here. I haven't had pho in a while. Last time I had pho was probably with my family, and me personally, I'm not a huge fan of of going out with people to do stuff. I really like doing stuff alone. There's just something kind of nice and quaint about doing something alone. Jesus, 4 hits with a sword, and he doesn't go down. Whatever. There is something really nice about going out and just doing something alone, and I really thought it was kind of nice to just go out and get some pho, because going to like a Vietnamese place, it's just so calm. Like you go in, you show up, you get your food, you eat it, you stand up and you pay, and then that's it. Like it's just so low effort, low stakes, but yeah, you just show up, get your food, it tastes wonderful, and you leave. And I was kind of wondering, because I track my calories, I was like, oh, I wonder how many calories are in a big bowl of chicken pho. And I looked it up and it was like, well, it's definitely less than like 1,000 calories. For like, even the biggest bowl that you could get is less than 1,000 calories. And I was kind of shocked by that, because I feel like a big bowl of steaming hot soup should be a lot more than that, but I kind of thought about it and I was like, well, chicken first off is super lean, and then the broth itself is just kind of like a bone broth, and there's a lot of just vegetables and stuff that goes into it for volume, especially the broth is just a ton of water. It's just a big volume kind of thing. Like when you really think about it, a lot of what you're getting from pho is like bean sprouts, maybe onions, green onions, white onions, like mint leaves. They usually serve it with mint leaves, which, wow, I had never actually put those in my pho before, because I haven't really gotten pho much as an adult. And as a kid, I was like, ew, green stuff. But I put the mint leaves into my pho today. And oh my goodness, that was just, it was just so good. Like, it was just so good tasting. And the bean sprouts too. Usually when I was a kid, I would just dump all of them into my bowl all at once. But it was, today I put them in my bowl like little by little at a time, so that they would kind of stay fresh as I was eating, and they would stay crunchy. And just something about the texture mix of like, having the hot steamy broth, and then the noodles and the chicken and the crunchy vegetables, everything all at once. It was just so good. And I just sat there and I was just eating my food. Once I finished, I went up and I paid. And I just left. And it was just such a nice, like, wholesome experience. Very quiet. This was around like 8 p.m., right? So it was just getting dark, but it wasn't that dark because it's summer now and the days last a lot longer. It was just such a wonderful experience for me. And I really, I really like those experiences because I'm realizing I never really cared. Like when I was a kid, going out for pho with my family, I never really cared. Because it's like, well, first things first, I have to worry about being with my family. Like as a introverted overthinker kind of person, like it's just kind of a big thing for me. It's like I wish I didn't have to think about how I'm just like with my family, or like I wish that wasn't a big like factor in the way I presented myself, but it is. Going out with my family means I have to kind of talk even if I don't want to. I have to, you know, listen even if I don't care. Lots of those things, right? Stuff I don't really like to do became necessary if I was just going out for pho with my family. But going out alone when it's just turning nighttime, it was just such a wholesome moment that I never really got to enjoy before today. Because, like I said, going out with my family before, it's just so much pressure for me anyway. Let me turn off the password for this. That does open it, okay. Does this open it? Okay. So I'll go ahead and round this corner out. But yeah, that's something I've been trying to get better at recently, has been enjoying little things. Just, you know, these things exist and these things are good, right? Going out for food is just a good experience, you know? And I should try to get more used to that. I should try to get more used to just like seeing this thing as being objectively good. Because it is. Going out for food it's just one of those things. It just doesn't get much better than eating a plate of food, or in my case, a bowl of food. Not having to care what anyone else thinks. The old Vietnamese man who barely speaks any English, he asks you, hey, you ready to order? I'm like, yeah, can I get a bowl of chicken pho? Yep. No words really get exchanged during that, if I'm being honest. He was just like, ready to order? And if I said no, I don't know if he would have left. He probably just would have been like, oh, what do you want? You know? But, sorry, I'm trying to think about how I want to cover up this redstone. Does that work? It does work, I think. Oh, nope, that short circuits. Okay. Oh. I think that means I need staircases all the way around here. In reality, when I was at the pho place, the Vietnamese place, no words were actually like said. I just kind of ordered and got my food, and then I said thank you a couple times and whatnot. So in reality, there were no words being shared. But it, you know, that's kind of what I liked about it, was I just kind of got in, and it was a really simple experience of going in, ordering your food, eating your food, and then paying for it and leaving. I really enjoyed that simpleness of it. You know, as opposed to like a place like fast food. When you go out for fast food, you can do a mobile order, or you can, you know, you have to like talk to the people in the drive-thru or whatever. And I'm not saying that that's ever like awful or like a horrible experience to go through, but like it's definitely can get annoying when you go to a place and you know, the fast food worker starts reading off their script, right? They're like, "Oh, welcome to McDonald's. Will you be using your mobile app today?" It's like, no, I just want, I just want a sweet tea or something. I don't know. It can get kind of annoying, but it was really nice to just kind of low. What do you call it? Like low. Go to like a really low effort place. Something about it was just so nice for me. And I think that's what I like about making these videos too. Oh, I don't want those. Making these videos is also pretty low effort for me. Or rather, like, I still can't find the word for it. Low commitment? I don't know, it's there's not much to it. It's not difficult. It's not complicated. It just is. And I like that. I really like that. Well, I didn't like that quite as much. I think I'm gonna block up this hole. Because it's just kind of here, and it's not really helpful. It's been here since the beginning of the series, and I feel like I've almost fallen into it like 1,000 times. There we go. This is the vault so far. It's password protected. You gotta know the password, right? So all the levers are flicked down, but if you know the password, you can open the door, and then you gotta. Then to get out, you can do that. Pretty cool. There's my wrist cracking again. I told you. When I go to sleep in Minecraft, I stretch my arms, and when I stretch my arms, my wrists crack. I didn't really have a plan for this video outside of just making this vault. Sorry, I'm trying to split up my coal evenly. Because I want to cook more stone and cobblestone. Would it look better if the roof was kind of like that? Or, like, you know what I mean? Would it look better if the roof was like this? Or if I just fully committed to making it a box? Because I kind of like the boxy look. Like, if I went ahead and just did this. Right? I think it would look better as just a box. Or maybe I could put some slabs on top. Yeah, I think I'll put slabs on top. I don't know what I'm gonna put in this vault. Because, I mean, quite frankly, I'm on this world alone, so having a password protected door doesn't really matter because I'm the only one here. But I think it's still pretty fun, pretty novel to have. It's like how when you were a kid, when you're playing Minecraft, you would like hide a chest underground because you can't let anyone else find it, or you'd put like a secret door in the mountains. That's something I did for sure. I would put like a secret piston door that you had to know where the tripwire was in order to get in. Silly stuff, but I think this is what makes Minecraft kind of fun. Is having what do you call it? Like having a world, like a story to tell, right? Like, this is where I keep my stuff because it's safe when it's in here. Versus like I could keep it somewhere else, but it wouldn't be safe from the people trying to steal it. I don't know. I just find it fun. I also need more like coal and charcoal. And if you look at my tools are pretty much all broken, so I'll make a pickaxe. I'll make a whole new set of tools. Just because I can. Just because I'm rich. Rich beyond your wildest imagination. Wow, I have a ton of stuff in my inventory. I genuinely need to get rid of so much. I don't really care about the saplings or the doors. The pants I guess I'll keep. The redstone I'll put away. The doors I'll put away, the stairs, the planks. Well, maybe not these. Put away the repeater. Okay. I'm gonna go and mine some trees. And just to get some charcoal, and also to clear out the forest. Because I'm realizing in the first episode, or I guess it's the second episode, whatever it was, whenever I found this place with the lava pool, this was a pretty much, like, there was nothing special about this place. It was just a bunch of trees everywhere and a lava pool, and I could barely even find my way back because it was just so not interesting, this place that I found myself in. But as I've started building stuff and having a farm and, you know, cutting down the trees around and all that, it's become a little bit special, hasn't it? Like, you start to recognize it a little more, and it starts to feel a little bit more, I don't know, domesticated? If that's a good word. I don't know. I feel like this is kind of... feels like me, I'm over-explaining Minecraft a little. You build your base and you break all the trees, and it becomes your own. Like, yeah, cool. We've all played Minecraft before, bro. But I'm serious. There's something kind of cool about, like, turning the non-interesting into something you actually end up caring about. Turning something as simple as a lava pool in the middle of the trees into a house with a nether portal and my dog Hugo, and there's a vault now, and you gotta know the password to get in. It's all about world building. I think that's what ultimately people like Minecraft for. Because you can like a good old-fashioned story game like Red Dead Redemption or Star Wars Jedi The Fallen Order or Batman Arkham City. All these story games, they're fantastic, but at the end of the day, they're telling you what's happening in their world. nothing that the player does that builds the world. Nothing that they do by choice. The game has to code all these things in and create the possibilities for the player. But in Minecraft, it really is like you build the world from the ground up. And with the simple like survival mechanics that the game puts in, it gives you a reason to build the world. Like, why do I build a house? Oh, so I can, put my chests in there, so I can have my valuables in there. Well, what makes these things valuable? Well, they will help me accomplish a goal. Maybe I have a house that's just full of blaze powder and, is that an egg? Like blaze powder and Enderman eyes, Enderman pearls. The world's your oyster. Or rather, the oyster is your world. I don't know. That was just me trying to be poetic. But with Minecraft, like, you really do have to create the world from scratch. And the simple, like, survival side of Minecraft is kind of what drives you to do all of it. Like, you make a house so that you can have a safe haven to run away from enemies. I made a vault so that I can keep my valuables in there. I don't know. And like I said, if you compare this area and how it was in the second episode, right, like before I even built the house, if you compare that to how it is now, it's like a completely different place. I think it's pretty nice, pretty beautiful. And the farming aspect of Minecraft is so, it's such an interesting thing to me, because it's like, the farm really does add a visual, like, style to your home. Having a farm off to the side makes it feel super quaint, super chill. But it's also out of necessity. It comes from that survival nature of Minecraft, where you can't go and live in a Minecraft world if you don't have a farm, or you don't have food in some sort of way. I don't know, it's interesting how Minecraft kind of brings out the necessity and turns it into style. That, to me, is kind of what makes Minecraft so interesting and so eye-catching. It's not that it has to look good, because we all know Minecraft has, I don't want to call it bad graphics, because I feel like that's unfair, but it's not the most realistic looking game in the world, It's just, when you explore the world and you realize the life that you've built in Minecraft, you kind of take a step back and you're like, wow, like I did all that. I'm kind of like reminded of when I showed my Minecraft world to like my parents back when I was a kid, and I was like, this is my bedroom and this is my refrigerator. I made like a little 2-block thing with a button on it that when you press the button it dispenses food. And I made this whole world. And I showed it off to my parents, and I was just, they kind of laughed, because it's like, man, like, you spent all this time building all this? It's like, yeah, I did. I don't know, it's interesting to me. I feel like that's sort of my catchphrase at this point. I find it interesting, because I do. I find a lot of stuff interesting. Whoa. You are nothing compared to me. Hugo, let's get him. Yeah. I really gotta say, I cannot stop, like, gushing over the music in Minecraft. I've heard a lot of people are kind of upset when they added the music that wasn't made by C418. But I gotta be honest, this music is really nice. And while it's not the exact same as it was in the beginning of Minecraft, I think it's gorgeous. I genuinely think that this music is absolutely stunning. And while I don't think it has the same vibe as the original Minecraft music, because there's very little that can capture that vibe, especially it's hard to recreate something like that, you know? When you create a vibe with music, it's really hard to, you know, just do it again. But I feel like this music is it's not the same as C418's music, but it is just gorgeous. There's something so nice about, especially for my use case, you know, I try to make a bit more of a relaxing video with Minecraft, and this music creates such a wholesome vibe. Look at my cows. There's a ton of them now. Well, there were a ton of them. Well, that's fun. Me when the whole world is against me. Well, let's see what I can do about that. Remember when I had a bunch of cows? Hey guys, wanna follow me over here? That works, right? Okay. Well, I'm not sure if we lost any cows there, but I am sure that I didn't like that. Oh, we definitely, I did not place the fences correctly there. Something like that, and then like that, and like that. Oh, wait, no. It would just be like this, wouldn't it? Oh my god, Hugo's tail is so low. I never even thought about that. Hugo tanked a huge ton of that creeper damage. Oh no, really? Okay. I should have a bunch of rotten flesh back at the home, because I'm not sure if I have any actual real meat. Oh, I have raw pork. Well, you're still gonna get rotten flesh, buddy. Sorry. There you go. That was that could have been bad. I think I'm gonna go ahead and turn a bit of this into bread. At the very least, I want to finish my stack of bread. Yeah, I'm kind of struggling for ideas in this one. The vault isn't done. Oh, you know, I did mine a bunch of wood. Let me throw all the wood into the smelters. And then we'll call it a day. Tomorrow I have my second therapy appointment, which should be kind of interesting because I'm having kind of doubts about therapy, and it's completely what do you call it, irrational. Because I've only had one therapy appointment so far in my entire life, and that was 2 weeks ago. And so coming up for my second one, I'm kind of already thinking like, oh, maybe I should just cancel. I think I'll be fine without it. I don't know where it's coming from, but there's a part of me that just thinks like, this is kind of useless. How could this help me? But I'm trying to see it in a way that's like, it doesn't have to help me. I don't know. I don't know how to rationalize it. I think I just want to keep trying therapy. And if it helps, it helps. If it doesn't, then at least I tried, right? Although I really, I have my doubts, and I wish I didn't have doubts. But a lot has changed in me in the past couple months, so a previous version of me that may have not doubted something like this is definitely gonna start doubting now. I'm just trying to work through doubt. Doubt is a very dangerous thing. I've said this before in the series, but while I don't have a problem like understanding the truth about a lot of stuff, like understanding like therapy is helpful, I have a hard time believing it. I understand all the ways that therapy could help me, but I really do not understand, or no, excuse me, I don't believe that therapy can help me. And this is something I'm really trying to get better at, is believing the truth, because I suck at that. I wish I was way better at it, but I'm not. But yeah, I think I'm going to call it there. I don't know how long I've been recording for, but I think this is a good place to stop. We created our, well, I created it. You didn't do anything, you just listened. I created the password protected door for the vault, and I'm slowly working on finishing up the building of the vault. I just need some more coal so I can make more stone, so I can make more smooth stone. Eventually, I think you can craft saddles now, so I'm gonna look into that for these bad boys. I think within the next couple episodes, it's gonna be time to go back into the Nether. But for that, I might need to actually mine diamonds, and there's a lot of stuff I want to do. I think a main priority though is to get some diamond armor, which is going to take a lot of mining because I only have 3 diamonds. Get some diamond armor, make an enchantment room, which I might put in there, so we'll see. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff on our plate, but I think it's all doable. And until next time, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.